Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds. It's a glorious day, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and I have here for you a sneak peek of the RLM Elite Pike box from Simple Fishing. Simplefishing.ca, you can check them out yourself. You can get pike, you can get bass, you can get walleye, you can get multi-species. They're delivered every 2 months, so go there, check them out, order your own today. I'm going to give you a quick dive into this box, and we're going to see what we get for the pike box for the month of June. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. While I'm doing that, don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram at TrueNorthWilds, and of course on our blog site at TrueNorthWilds.com. First up, we have the Lucky Bug. Fusion Extreme Lucky Bug. It's a 2-inch lure. It's got a nice color to it. Dives down 2 to 100 feet. Of course, that's a huge range. 2 feet is if you're casting it, which is a nice shallow depth for pike especially. That 100-foot depth is obviously if you're trolling using a downrigger. And then, of course, you can get anything in between if you adjust your speed, adjust your downrigger, that sort of stuff. So it's a big range, and that they say on the package. But realistically, you're going to be casting this. This is a 2-foot dive depth for your casting. Lets you get right down into those shallow weeds, and the color is really good and attractive for pike. So I have no doubt this will be a good pike lure. Coming out of the package next, we have the Bumble Lures Flirty Frog. Now this is a topwater weedless lure. So topwater fishing is some of the most fun fishing you can have, just being able to see that strike right at the surface. These are some pretty cool lures. They're made out of wood, and they have just that single upturned hook, so they bounce along the surface or through the weeds or whatever. They're weedless design, mainly because of that upturned hook. You will, if you get it down in the water a little bit, or if you're going through some thick surface vegetation, that will still get caught. However, the overall design is generally a weedless one, and just a really nice color, really nice shape. They're very unique lures, these Bumble Lures. I've gotten 1 or 2 before, and they're really a lot of fun to use. So the Lunker Hunt Fetch Swim Baits. These are Tennessee shad color. These are 4.5 inches. They're a big plastic swim bait. They're chunky. I'll show you one here. They're not just long, but they are thick. This is a top view. You can see it's a thick, chunky lure. It's a big plastic, exactly what you want to attract big fish. You want bigger fish, you need bigger bait. Bigger fish aren't going to waste their time with small little minnows, small little baits. Too much effort for not enough payoff. So you want big, chunky lures, and this accomplishes that. The color is pretty standard. It's a good color, olive green with some sparkle in it, and just a really nice profile altogether. The Magic XXL Spoon. You want to talk about a pike lure? The most classic, the most quintessential pike lure that there is a spoon. This is a Canadian company, and it's got the red and gold color on it, which is a classic spoon color for pike. This thing is massive. You got a big treble hook on it, big spoon, lots of flash. You can see it flashing just there. Nice red color. Red always attracts pike. The stripe of red and then just the flashiness of everything else. I mean, this is a pike lure through and through. Doesn't get any more, it doesn't get any better than that for big pike. Big lure. I'm gonna catch some big pike on this. Fanatic Baits, the Dagger Active 5-inch plastic. These things are awesome. I have used these Fanatic Baits, and in particular, I've used the Dagger Active type of plastic before, only a shorter version. And that worked really, really well for bass. I have no doubt that this will catch me some fish. Most likely it'll catch me bass and walleye just as well as it'll catch me pike, but I have no doubt I'll also be able to catch some pike on this. Lots of sparkle in there, just with all the different specks of color. It's just a really nice profile. It's got that serrated sort of profile. It's got a twister tail on it. These things have really good action in the water. Always really happy to get these. They work. There's something about them. They just work. We have a Freedom Tackle double-bladed spinner bait. This thing is a 3/4 ounce bait. It's huge, even for a spinner bait, which they're normally pretty big to begin with. This is one of the bigger ones that I've gotten. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to show you just how massive this thing is. So this thing is huge. This is my hand. It's almost the size of my hand when you look at it all. It's got these 2 big blades. They're separated a little bit here. They got some beads for extra chatter. Different colors, gold, silver, and then just this huge jig head on it with a nice big hook. This is going to make some big noise in the water. It's going to make some big splash as it's pulling through. Big blades are going to create big turbulence. The skirting good color. That white really tends to attract pike, and just all around. It's a nice lure made for big fish. This will be something that I wouldn't throw for any other fish other than big pike and probably muskies when I get to my muskie lake as well. So very happy to get that. Definitely a pike lure. Some terminal tackle, couple hooks, always nice to get, especially since they include the soft plastics. It's nice to have some hooks to rig them up, so I always appreciate that. We have sticksandstones.ca moisture wicking bandana face mask sort of thing. It's kind of cool that they include something like this. It's something that is definitely useful. I'll take this out on my canoe trips coming up here in a couple weeks, and I'm sure I'll find some sort of use for it. I don't usually have a face mask or a bandana myself. I just have never bothered to actually go out and buy one. So it's kind of neat to get one, and it gives me a good opportunity to try one out to see if it's actually going to help me protect me from the sun and stuff. So I appreciate that, and it looks like a pretty cool design. I like their little logo here. It's a neat design, and that's a company that I'll go and check out after this video, just thanks to this little bit of advertising here. So I appreciate that. Looking forward to trying that out. And then last up, we have the Slam card, which I absolutely love. Lists all the fish, gives you a list of the fish, species, walleye, bass, pike, muskie, different things that you might catch on these lures, and a little checkbox to check them all off as you catch them. It's just a neat little thing to have in the box, and gives you something to work towards while you're waiting for the 2 months to get your next box. Again, something that when I go out and do slams for these boxes, and when I actually try and put these to the test, take a little felt marker, you have this card. It's laminated, waterproof sort of material, so very useful. I like these. So that's it for this month's box. As you can see, it's empty there. I gotta say, I really like this box. Every lure that I got here will be useful for catching pike. The theme of the box seems to be big lures for big fish, which is something that I've always preached myself. If I'm going out for a big fish, I'm throwing a big lure. So the big spinnerbaits, the big spoon in particular, the big chunky plastics, these are all good things if your aim is to go out and catch big northern pike, which for me, it is. So, no complaints whatsoever. Thanks to Simple Fishing for sending it to me early so I could give you this sneak peek. Check them out, simplefishing.ca. Sign up for your own box. You can sign up for a pike box, bass, walleye, multi-species. They're all good. They ship out every 2 months. They're very reasonably priced for what you get. And just an all-around good company, good customer service, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't yet, you can follow us at Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds, and of course, if you like to read, I like to write on my blog site. Wild fish and game recipes, hunting trips, fishing trips, arts and crafts using outdoor materials, backyard projects, all that sort of stuff. TrueNorthWilds.com if you want to check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It helps us out a lot. Until next time, enjoy the sun and the sounds of summer, and I will see you outside.